My beloved child, I see you. I have watched your eyes scan the numbers again and again until the digits blur, the due dates circle like storm clouds. The quiet panic crawls into your chest in the middle of the night, when the house is silent but your mind is not. I have heard the sigh you do not let anyone hear, the one that says, "How will I make it? Will it be enough? Am I safe for tomorrow?" I am not indifferent to this pressure. I am closer than the breath that shakes your ribcage. My child, you did not stumble into this moment. I led you here. You think you found this message, but I have drawn you with cords you cannot see, because heaven is answering the ache you could not translate into words. I read the prayer beneath the prayer, the thought beneath the thought, the fear that sits beneath your brave face. I have counted every tear, and I have numbered every bill, and I have ordered your steps to this very sentence, because I am reteaching your heart to follow me instead of fear. Hear me now with a still heart. The shepherd does not lead you into lack. You have wandered in the wilderness of what if, shepherded by headlines, shepherded by comparisons, shepherded by the anxious tone of those who do not know my name. This is why your soul has felt so thin, but I, your Father, am calling you back to my voice and to my pace. I am not the driver of your panic. I am not the author of your scarcity. I am the one who prepares provision before you wake up, who opens a path you cannot yet see, who surrounds you with favor as with a shield. And I am saying to you now, come out from the grip of fear and walk behind me again. Do not run ahead into the thorns. Do not lag behind in the fog. Walk with me. Psalm 23 is not a lullaby for the fearful. It is a doorway for those who would live by my rhythm. When your mind spirals, this is the alignment that restores your sight. When the noise is loud, these words teach your nervous system to breathe again. When anxiety hammers for control, these declarations hand me back the reins of your heart. I will take you through them 7 times, 7 statements, 7 seals upon your thinking, until fear's contract is shredded and your soul remembers how to rest. This is not superstition. This is agreement. This is surrender. This is how your heart learns my certainty. You have been trying to solve spiritual pressure with natural striving. You have tried to outwork the dread, to outrun the bills with unending hustle, to architect safety with clenched fists. You have told yourself, if I can just do a little more, if I can just think hard enough, if I can anticipate every angle, then I will be safe. My child, listen to me with tenderness and truth. You are exhausting yourself attempting to control what only peace can carry. This is why your shoulders ache and your sleep is thin. This is why you hear my name and feel far away, even as I stand right beside you. Not because I have left you, but because you have let fear shepherd you. My silence never means my absence. It is often my invitation to slow your steps to mine. I am not punishing you with stillness. I am protecting you by teaching you to rest. The way forward is not frantic, it is faithful. The path into provision is not paved with dread. It is walked with obedience, one step, then the next. In the throne room, I have signed my name over your portion. I have secured what you need for the path I have chosen for you. But I will not rush you into blessing in a pace that would shatter you. I am aligning your breath to my breath so that when doors open, you carry peace inside them, not panic disguised as productivity. So here is my invitation and my charge. Stay with me through the 7 declarations. Do not break agreement halfway. Do not step away because your feelings wobble or your phone pings, or the old panic tries to pull you back into its current. Decide now as a covenant between your heart and mine. You will remain until the end. You will say yes at every turn. You will let my words wash the grit out of your thinking. This is not ritual for ritual's sake. This is you handing me the leash you gave to fear. This is you saying, Father, shepherd me again. Ask your heart this question in my presence. Who has been shepherding me, my voice or my dread? Who sets my pace, my wisdom or my worry? And as you answer, do not condemn yourself. I did not call you here to accuse you. I called you here to awaken you. I am separating you from the crowd of noise, and hidden under the shadow of my wings, I am whispering a new rhythm. Be still. Breathe. Let me lead. My child, financial peace is not the reward at the end of a frantic race. It is the fruit of being with me. And when you are with me, protection surrounds, guidance clarifies, and provision flows in season without tearing your soul into pieces. Scarcity may shout, but it is not your shepherd. The valley may press, but it is not your residence. Pressure may rise, but it will not rule you. For I am with you, and I will teach you to walk through it unafraid and unhurried. Tonight, surrender your hurry. Lay down the calculator that has become a coffin for your joy. Place the overdue notice in my hands and say, Father, you are my shepherd. Retrain my heart. As you do, I will steady you. I will slow you. I will lead you. And as we move, you will see what fear tried to hide. I already went before you. I already gathered what you would need. I already marked the path that keeps you safe. Stay, listen, agree. We begin now, and we will not stop until your heart is settled and your feet are sure. I am here and I am not late. Follow me. My child, I see the tightness in your chest that visits you without asking permission. The way your jaw locks while you calculate outcomes that haven't even arrived. The shallow breaths when the inbox pings and the due date flashes like a siren. I see the racing thoughts you cannot quite corral. One voice saying, try harder. Another whispering, you are falling behind, and beneath it all, a thin thread of shame that says, you should not need help. You should already have this figured out. You should be stronger than this. I hear the quiet fear that if you ask again, if you lean again, you will be a burden to someone, even to me. My beloved child, listen. Your anxiety is not proof that I have abandoned you. It is a signal, an alarm your soul pulls to return to my voice and to my pace. You have called it failure. You have named it weakness. But I name it a mercy. You call it falling behind. But in truth, you are being redirected away from a cliff you could not see. The jolt you feel is not me pushing you down. It is me pulling you back. I am arresting your hurry so that you do not walk past the gate I am opening. Anxiety is not your judge, and it is not your fate. It is the dashboard light that tells you some other voice has taken the driver's seat for a moment. Bring the wheel back to me. Sit with me. Breathe here. I know how your mind compares. You scroll past images of others who seem so far ahead, so effortlessly secure, as if favor is their native language and pressure never speaks to them. You wonder why your path feels heavier, why the math never adds neat as their captions do. My child, comparisons are crooked rulers. They bend your decisions, they blur your sight, and they do not account for the hidden work I am doing in you. The deep strengthening, the pruning, the bond breaking from old agreements that would leak your future. I am not behind schedule. I am protecting your inheritance. Hiddenness is not exclusion. It is the process I use to safeguard what will be wholly in your hands. Now, hear this with clarity and relief. There is a difference between diligence and torment. Diligence obeys, torment drives. Diligence listens for my voice and takes the next right step with peace in its bones. Torment demands 10 steps at once, demands you answer now, decide now, spend now, agree now, before you have looked into my eyes. Diligence builds on wisdom, torment builds on fear. One lets you sleep, the other steals your rest. My child, anxiety is not your manager. I am your shepherd. Do not let fear write your to-do list. Do not sign contracts in the dark just to silence the noise for a day. Return to me, and I will instruct you in the way you should go, and I will not rush you into traps. I want you to understand how the enemy plays this season. He is not creative. He is consistent. He borrows the tone of urgency and plants it into your inner dialogue. What if God does not come through this time? What if you look foolish? What if the window closes? He strings the words together like a necklace of thorns until your neck bows and your choices start to bleed. He is after your pace because your pace is how you hear me. If he can rush you, he can confuse you. If he can shame you for needing help, he can isolate you from wise counsel. If he can label you a burden, he can rob you of the joy of being fathered. Do not be afraid of this analysis. Be sober, see the tactic, and then step under my wing. None of these whispers can cross the boundary I have drawn when you abide in me. My silence never means my absence. My stillness around you is a shield, not a shrug. So listen to the instruction I am giving you now. Be still. Not as passivity, not as neglect, not as abdication of responsibility, but as alignment. Be still is not doing nothing. It is doing this one thing first, bringing your speed into harmony with mine. When you quiet the storm of your pace, you will hear the simple step I am asking for next. Rest becomes the place where provision is recognized. If you race, you overlook it. If you rest, you see it sitting right beside the still waters where I have been waiting to lead you. Be still looks like unclenching your jaw and saying, Father, I receive your rhythm. Be still looks like placing that overdue notice into my hands and confessing, I will not be shepherded by dread. I choose your pace. Be still looks like closing the app that stokes your fear and opening your heart to the small strategy I whisper. Call this person, cancel that draining commitment, wait one more day on that decision. Apply here rather than there. Ask for counsel from the wise, not from the loud. Diligence will follow that whisper and walk it out. Torment will say, too slow, and demand something flashy to soothe your panic. Choose diligence, choose me. I am not embarrassed by your need. I am not annoyed by your repeated prayers. I am a father, and you are not a burden. You are not too much for me. And you are not less because you are learning to be led. When you ask, am I late? I answer, you are right on time to be saved from what hurried people cannot see. When you ask, will it be enough? I answer, I am enough, and with me you will not be emptied. When you ask, am I safe for tomorrow? I answer, I am already in tomorrow, arranging what will meet you there. Do not confuse your worth with your wallet. Do not let a stack of bills inform you of your identity. You are not graded by your balance. You are guarded by my presence. I am restoring your soul so that when the blessing increases, it will not drive you into the same frantic engines that once wore you down. Remember what I have taught you. Success without me is more dangerous than failure with me. I am retraining you so that abundance does not become a snare, so that favor does not turn your head away. The way I do this is by pace. Stay with my pace. Right now, place your hand over your heart and agree with me. I am returning to the shepherd's pace. Let these words be your gentle resistance to the rush. I will not be led by lack. I will not be accused by anxiety. I will not be shamed for needing guidance. I will be diligent, not driven. I will move when he speaks. I will stop when he rests. I will trust that where he leads, he has already prepared. This is not self-soothing. This is covenant. This is you stepping back into the boundary where goodness and mercy trail your steps. My beloved child, draw near. I am not only comforting you, I am guiding you. I will show you how to organize what I have given you without fear. I will teach you where to plant, what to prune, when to speak, and when to wait. You do not have to map the whole year. I am asking you for the next faithful step at my speed. The valley is a passage, not a residence, and with me you will walk through it, not sprint in panic nor pitch a tent in despair. Hear me again and let it settle your bones. Your anxiety is not proof of abandonment. It is a signal to return to my voice and my pace. Be still and know that I am God to you, not only in theory but in practice, in numbers and in needs, in mornings and in midnights. Rest here with me, and in this rest, you will begin to recognize the provision that has been standing at the edge of your vision, waiting for your pace to slow enough to see it. My beloved child, come closer and hear me with a settled heart. The first gate is ownership. Before rest settles you, before guidance sorts your steps, before protection surrounds and provision flows, you must decide whose voice is allowed to lead you. Say it with me, slowly, like placing a key into a lock. The Lord is my shepherd. Do you feel the word my? This is not poetry. It is possession. It is not a general truth. It is a personal covenant. Provision in my kingdom does not begin with performance. It blossoms out of belonging. You are not applying for benefits in a crowded office. You are sitting with your Father who knows your name, your allergies, your triggers, the way numbers make your chest tighten, the exact month when a bill will hit, and the exact window where a door will open. I am not simply a shepherd. I am your shepherd when you choose me. Ownership before overflow, my child. Many want the overflow while remaining managed by other masters. They want the cup to run over while their heart runs after every loud voice that offers quick relief. But overflow without ownership becomes a snare. The very blessing that was meant to lift you will expose cracks if your allegiance remains split. Remember what I have warned you. Success apart from me is more dangerous than failure with me, because the heart grows proud and the ears grow dull. Solomon did not fall on a day of hunger. He drifted in a season of plenty. I am protecting you from that drift by anchoring you now. The Lord is my shepherd. So let me ask you the question that frees you, not to shame you, but to steady you. Who have you been following in the dark, me or your fear? When the invoice arrives late at night, whose counsel do you keep? When the job offers whisper and the opportunities touch your ego, whose direction decides? When the appetite to numb rises and the one click promises relief, whose rod and staff comfort you? My child, you cannot be shepherded by panic and then blame me for where panic leads. I am not competing with fear for the leash of your life. I am inviting you to hand it back. Let me uncover the false shepherds that have been courtship in disguise. Approval is a shepherd that leads you into needless spending so others think you are farther along than your soul can bear. Over time, without wisdom is a shepherd that steals your Sabbath, promising security while feeding anxiety a secret diet of exhaustion. Debt dressed as a friend is a shepherd that writes its name over your future. It lets you exhale today and tightens the rope tomorrow. Gambling hope, scratch-offs, risky clicks, speculative promises is a shepherd that excites your nerves and empties your discernment. Toxic partnerships are shepherds that flatter and then feed on you, tying your destiny to someone else's unhealed hunger. Impulsive spending is a shepherd that turns your emotions into a cashier, buying a moment of dopamine at the price of months of pressure. These voices promise safety but steal peace. They shout with urgency but have no authority to keep you safe. They are hirelings. When the wolf of pressure appears, they run, and you are left with the bill and the shame. I am not shaming you. I am rescuing you. I am separating your ear from the noise and training your heart to recognize my cadence again. My sheep know my voice, not because you are perfect, but because you belong and because I have set my love on you. Hear my decree now, spoken over you with the authority of heaven's court. In the throne room, I have signed my name over your portion. You will not be parented by panic. I draw a boundary around your mind and your finances. Panic may bark from the other side, but it may not raise you, teach you, or govern you. I will parent you in peace. When you say, "The Lord is my shepherd," you are doing more than repeating a famous line. You are resigning from the management of fear and re-entering my care. You are declaring jurisdiction. You are acknowledging that the map you trust is the one I lay before you in the secret place, not the one drafted by comparisons, culture, or crisis. And when jurisdiction aligns, resources align. Where I shepherd, I provide, not always by your timeline, not always by the method you expect, but always in the measure you need to walk the path I have chosen for you. I do not bankroll disobedience, but I abundantly supply obedience. This is why ownership must precede overflow. Breathe here with me. Place your hand over your heart again if you will, and let the confession become a covenant. Whisper it, then say it again, then let it rest. The Lord is my shepherd. Each time you speak it with your will, something in you shifts. Agreements loosen, comparisons dissolve. Shame loses its chair at the table. With that sentence, you are returning the keys of your pace, your budget, your calendar, your plans. You are permitting me to say no to what dazzles and yes to what preserves you. You are giving me permission to prune the subscriptions that drain you, to cancel the meetings that flatter but distract, to reroute you from the lotto line to the wisdom line, from compulsive clicks to patient planning, from performative generosity to spirit-led giving that does not destroy your stability. Do you sense the alignment? Identity always comes first. That is why our sevenfold journey begins here. Round by round, this psalm will take you deeper. Today, identity, the Lord is my shepherd. Next, rest, I shall not want. Then guidance, he leads me. Then protection. Though you walk through the valley, you will not fear. Then provision, a table prepared in pressure. Then honor, your head anointed, your cup not cracked but running over. And finally, lasting goodness, mercy trailing your steps into the next season. We are not rushing through these declarations as if superstition or formula could save you. We are letting them reparent your thoughts, reteach your nervous system, and rebuild the house where peace lives. My child, make a sober exchange with me now. Return to my ownership and let me dismantle the altars built to hurry and fear. If you must weep, weep. If you must confess, confess. But do not delay the decision. The rivalry in your heart ends today. I am not a consultant you check when panic rises. I am the shepherd who leads you before panic even knows your address. I will give you strategies, yes. I will open right doors and close deceptive ones. I will show you where to tighten and where to invest, where to ask and where to wait. But all of this flows after ownership. You cannot serve two shepherds. So hear me with fatherly kindness and unbending certainty. You belong to me. I claim you not because you have managed perfectly, but because I have chosen you and I am faithful. I will not leave you to be schooled by predators. I will guard you as you yield, and I will correct you when you drift, and I will celebrate you as you learn my pace. The valley will not adopt you. The scarcity will not rename you. The pressure will not possess you. The Lord is your shepherd, and as you choose me again, the path before you will begin to clear. Now let your soul agree. The Lord is my shepherd. Ownership before overflow. This is the first seal. Hold it, and we will go on together. My child, because you have placed your heart back in my hands, listen to the next sentence that unties a knot deep inside you. I shall not want. Hear it slowly, not as denial of your needs, not as pretending you feel nothing, but as refusal to live married to lack and ruled by dread. I am not asking you to ignore the ledger or to float above responsibility. I am pulling you out from under a cruel master. Scarcity has been an abusive teacher that shaped your reflexes. I am your father, and I am retraining your reflex to be trust, not terror. I know why the grip is tight. I remember the months when the pantry felt like a test. The day the hours were cut without warning, the sharp edge of an eviction notice, the coldness in a room when a promise maker chose themselves and left you to carry the weight alone. I counted every tear, and I saw every time you smiled while panicking inside. I heard each apology you made for your own hunger, each joke you offered to cover the shame of asking for help, each late-night prayer you whispered so quietly you wondered if even heaven could hear. My beloved child, none of it was wasted on me, and none of it is allowed to write the last sentence of your story. But hear me clearly. Trauma taught you a language. It does not have to be your mother tongue anymore. Scarcity wrote vows upon your heart. I will never be caught empty again. I must always be ready. I am on my own. If I don't grip it, it will disappear. Generosity is dangerous. Rest is a trap. These vows feel like wisdom because they kept you moving when you were scared. But they are not covenant. They are chains. Today, with my hand upon you, I am cutting those cords. You do not have to keep paying yesterday's fear with tomorrow's peace. I shall not want is not a boast. It is a boundary. It is you stepping out of agreement with a spirit that rehearses disaster and calls it preparation. It is you declaring, I will not let lack lecture me into decisions that violate my shepherd's voice. It is you confronting the inner forecaster that always predicts storm and never accounts for my faithfulness. It is you refusing to let envy or panic budget your heart. It is you saying, need exists, but it does not rule me. My Father rules me. Breathe, release, stop rehearsing disaster, return to trust. You think your future depends on your control, but your future depends on my covenant. Yes, I will teach you prudence. Yes, I will show you how to plan, to save, to budget, to say no, to invest wisely. But hear the order of the kingdom. Covenant first, control never. You cannot secure what only my promise sustains. In the throne room, I have signed my name over your portion. Your daily bread is not a casualty of market mood or human mood. I am not asking you to be careless. I am calling you to be cared for, so cared for that your discipline flows from peace, not panic. Let me separate two roads that often look like one: scarcity and stewardship. Both watch the numbers, but only one listens to fear. Scarcity hoards from the wound. Stewardship allocates from my wisdom. Scarcity says, there is never enough. Protect yourself at all costs. And it keeps your fist closed even when I nudge you to open. Stewardship says, my Father provides in season. I will organize what He has given, honor the boundaries He sets, and trust Him for what I cannot see. Scarcity buys to numb and calls it a necessary treat, then condemns you later. Stewardship purchases on purpose, releases on purpose, saves on purpose, gives on purpose, rests on purpose, because it is listening to me. I will correct you where this alignment is needed, but I will not shame you. This is not punishment, it is protection. I am not pointing out waste to humiliate you. I am rescuing you from the leaks that drain your joy. I will put my finger on the impulse buys that are really bandages on old fears. I will ask you to unsubscribe, to postpone, to renegotiate, to cancel what flatters but secretly enslaves. I will also nudge you to small obediences that expand your future. The call you've delayed, the application you keep postponing, the honest conversation about rates, the boundary with the person who borrows endlessly and never returns. My correction is a shield. My boundaries are a blessing, and my discipline is the road that carries you safely through favor. Breathe again. Release the apology for existing. Stop rehearsing disaster. Return to trust. My child, I have watched you count and recount, then add one more just in case, and then one more until your heart was an abacus and your prayer life a ledger. I honor your desire to be faithful. I delight in your diligence, but I will not let diligence be hijacked by dread. Hear me, your safety is not a sum. Your safety is my nearness. When the valley presses, you will not be abandoned to wolves. When doors seem slow, you are not forgotten. You are being kept from traps that glitter. When people promise and break, your covenant does not break with them. I am your shepherd, and I am not late. There is a reason I want this declaration in your mouth, especially now. Abundance can roar as loudly as lack. If your soul is not healed, increase will only multiply your old fear with new zeros. You will stockpile to soothe the ache. You will spend to silence the sting. You will agree to commitments your spirit cannot carry, all to prove to yesterday that it can never hurt you again. I love you too much to let blessing become a snare. I am restoring your soul so that when the cup runs over, you will not be flooded with panic. This is why I am slow and careful, why I walk you beside still waters, why I make you lie down before I make you run, so that you will know the difference between my peace and your adrenaline. Let me sit with the wound a moment longer. I was with you the night the lights were turned off. I stood near when you divided groceries and pretended you weren't hungry. I strengthened you when you took the job beneath your skill, because survival talked louder than calling. I did not mock you when you hid the notice so no one would ask questions. I did not despise you when you swiped the card and winced. I held you when you wanted to disappear because you were so tired of being the strong one. You are not weak for being affected. You are not faithless for feeling scared. You are a child who has been in a storm, and I am the father who commands the wind that scared you. Now, listen to my authority and receive it like medicine. I issue an order in the courts of heaven to cut off the covenant of scarcity that has laid claim to your mind. Its phrases will no longer be your prayers. Its forecasts will no longer govern your decisions. I write a new decree over you. My care defines you, not your need. My promise guides you, not your panic. My pace holds you, not the stopwatch of shame. None of the demons that feed on dread may cross the boundary I am drawing around your house when you abide in me. Breathe. Put your hand over your heart, if you will, and let these words be your gentle warfare. I shall not want. Say it as resistance to the memory that still shakes your hands. I shall not want. Say it as a boundary against the urge to numb with spending or to hoard with suspicion. I shall not want. Say it as a return to stewardship, not stinginess, to wisdom, not worry, to diligence, not driving yourself into the ground. I shall not want. Now I will give you small steps, not to earn my love, but to walk in the peace I am pouring out. Begin to plan with me, not apart from me. Set simple boundaries that honor your future. Yes to what I highlight, no to what steals your rest. Ask for counsel from the wise, not from the loud. Practice one small act of spirit-led generosity where I nudge, not to impress anyone, but to break the fear that says opening your hand will empty your life. Choose contentment in places where envy has camped. Bless their progress and trust my timing. And when anxiety tries to reclaim the microphone, answer it quickly. I shall not want. My Father cares for me. I will listen and obey. My beloved child, need does not define you. My care does. You are not an orphan estimating survival. You are an heir learning stewardship. I am not scolding you for being human. I am strengthening you to be whole. I am purifying your circle and pruning your patterns so that your heart can hold what I am bringing without cracking under the weight. This is inner healing that touches your budget and your breath, your numbers and your nights. Rest here now and let the sentence settle into your bones. I shall not want. Not because you will never face another bill, but because bills do not get to name you. Not because you will never make a mistake, but because mistakes do not have the power to sever my covenant, not because you will never feel a wave of worry again, but because when it rises, you will answer it with my voice. Breathe, release, stop rehearsing disaster, return to trust. We will walk this out together, and even in the valley, you will find that goodness and mercy are still trailing your steps. My beloved child, now come with me into the next sentence that saves you from the grind that has been grinding you down. He makes me lie down. Hear that word makes and do not flinch. I am not punishing you with stillness. I am protecting you by teaching you to rest. I know you have worn. I can push through anything like an armor, and I honor the perseverance that brought you through storms. But that armor has become too heavy to sleep in, and it is slicing you in places you can no longer feel. I, your shepherd, take the initiative to lay you down because I love you enough to interrupt the momentum that would run you off a cliff. You call it delay, but in truth, I am shielding you under the shadow of my wings until your soul is steady enough to carry increase. My child, there are decisions you will make under exhaustion that you would never make under peace. Burnout bargains away boundaries. Fatigue shakes your discernment so fiercely that even flattery starts to sound like wisdom. When I make you lie down, I am not embarrassing you. I am preventing wrong agreements, vulnerable compromises, and expensive detours. Closed doors that maddened you were me barring the gate because wolves were waiting beyond the hinge. The meeting that dissolved, the client who stalled, the urgent invitation that lost steam. These were not simply misfortunes. This was my hand on your shoulder saying, not this way, not at this speed, not with that yoke. Rest is not laziness. Rest is obedience. It is trust enacted in your calendar, humility planted in your habits, covenant expressed in your breathing. You thought your tenacity was the engine that would carry you into overflow, but hear me. Overflow requires a vessel that does not crack. Success without me is more dangerous than failure with me. I have told you this before, and I say it gently again. Blessing can lift, but it can also destroy when carried by an unhealed, unrested soul. Solomon did not fall because of lack. He drifted under abundance when his heart wandered from my voice. I am protecting you from that drift by establishing rest as the gate through which every next step must pass. Learn my rhythm. I lead by peace, not by panic. This is how I shepherd, and as the Psalms teach in spirit and sense, I give rest to my beloved. This is my way with you. Do not confuse the adrenaline of urgency with the oil of my anointing. Urgency shouts and scatters. My peace gathers and guides. When your chest tightens and your thoughts sprint ahead without me, pause, breathe my name and ask, is this your pace, Father? If it is me, there will be clarity without cruelty, conviction without condemnation, movement without mania. If it is not me, you will feel that scratch of dread under the excitement. Honor that warning and be still. So what does obedience look like here? I will make it plain and practical, because I am not only the God of high places, I am Lord of your mornings and your nights. Rest includes sleep. I am asking you to bless your bed again, to trust me enough to close your eyes and lay down the lists. Rest includes Sabbath, a rhythm of ceasing where you stop trying to rescue the weak with one more task and let me be God while you simply belong. Rest includes prayer that is not an argument with me, but a recentering, long enough to untangle, quiet enough to hear. Rest includes saying no to frantic rescuing, no to being the first responder to every crisis, call that is not yours to answer, no to the emotional debts others try to charge to your account. This is not hardness, this is holiness. It is stewardship of your soul. There will be times I make you lie down by letting the body speak what your mouth cannot admit. Your energy dips, focus frays, irritability rises, and you call it a bad day. I call it a holy summons. Do not worship grind culture more than you trust shepherd culture. Your worth is not anchored in unbroken productivity. It is anchored in unbroken sonship. When I whisper, "Shut the laptop now," honor me. When I nudge, "Do not take that call tonight," honor me. When I say, "Postpone the purchase," "Wait 3 days and pray with me first," honor me. Each small obedience builds a guardrail that keeps your blessing from becoming a head-on collision. Some of you are tired because you keep dragging tomorrow into today. You bargain with sleep like it is a thief instead of a friend I send to carry you into my secret place. Hear me with tenderness. I keep night watch. I do not slumber or grow weary. While you rest, I move pieces you could never touch awake. I soften hearts. I reroute approvals. I expose predatory terms hiding in kind offers. I set divine appointments in calendars you cannot see. Trust me with the hours you release. Trust that I am working while you are worshiping with closed eyes. As the scriptures whisper when read rightly, your shepherd leads by quiet waters and restores under stillness. Let that paraphrased promise be the pillow under your head. You fear that if you slow down, everything will unravel. Let me give you a better fear, moving faster than my grace. My beloved child, rushing has cost you more than resting ever will. Rushing bought things that did not last, agreed to terms that bruised you, joined partnerships that ate your peace, volunteered for battles I never asked you to fight. Rest will cost you the applause of a few frantic people who liked how quickly you responded to their emergencies. But rest will return to you your dignity, your clarity, your hearing of my voice, your capacity to carry wise wealth without it carrying you. Let me address the part of you that equates love with rescuing. I am not calling you to become cold. I am calling you to become clear. I did not anoint you to be the savior of everyone's situation. I am the savior. I will show you whom to help and how, but I will also teach you to ask, is this mercy or is this a trap that keeps both of us bound? Some crises are manufactured by patterns that only break when you stop cushioning the fall. Love does not always swoop. Love sometimes steps back so truth can do its work. If you will obey me here, you will see resources stop leaking through relational holes I have long wanted to mend. In the throne room, I am writing a decree of rest over you, a lawful boundary that anxiety cannot cross when you remain under my wing. I draw a line around your nights. No prowling voice of doom is permitted to enter when you say yes to my pace. I set a guard over your mornings. No counterfeit urgency may hijack your direction before you hear from me. I anoint your imagination with quiet, not emptiness, but holy attentiveness where my ideas can land. Under this decree, you will begin to find that doors open without your pounding, that favor approaches without your breathless chase, that strategies rise like dawn instead of being forced from stone. Place your hand over your chest and let the confession meet your body. He makes me lie down. Say it not as defeat, but as deliverance. He makes me lie down, not because I am lazy, but because I am loved. Not because I have failed, but because I am being formed. Not because I have been benched, but because I am being built to last. When you agree with this, you will feel the hurry loosen its grip on your throat. You will notice the subtle tyrannies, the late-night scroll, the compulsive checking, the fear-driven yes, begin to lose their courtroom over your decisions. In their place, you will find an unforced rhythm, work that fits, choices that honor, giving that is cheerful, saving that is steady, investing that is patient. Do not be surprised if rest feels awkward at first. Addictions often protest when the supply stops. Your flesh will scratch for a rush. Your mind will invent emergencies. Your phone will scream. Smile gently and return to the pasture of my presence. Be still. Let the quiet teach you how to live again. In that stillness, I will restore your perspective. I will calibrate your goals. I will highlight the assignment that is yours and fade the one that is not. You will learn the difference between a good thing and a God thing, between a profitable door and a peaceful door. And when you rise from that lying down, you will walk with a strength that does not shout, with a focus that does not flinch, with a provision that does not panic. My child, I am not punishing you with stillness. I am protecting you by teaching you to rest. Receive the protection. Welcome the pace. Trust the hand that gently presses your shoulder and says, "Here is the grass for today. Here is the water for now. Here is the boundary that keeps wolves far and your heart whole." Agree with me, and you will find that even in a pressing season, you live unpressed. He makes you lie down because I intend to raise you up, unhurried and unafraid, ready for the next leading beside still waters that waits just ahead. My beloved child, now feel. My hand lift you from the grass and guide you a few steps forward. The path narrows, the noise dims, and you hear it, the hush of water that does not rush. He leads me beside still waters. Hear the cadence of that leading, not a drag, a draw, not the roar of chaos, but the steady breath of peace that knows where it came from and where it is going. Still waters are not the absence of bills or deadlines or decisions. Still waters are the presence of your shepherd governing your heart, while bills, deadlines, and decisions pass under my authority. Peace does not mean there is nothing to handle. Peace means I am handling you while you handle what I have placed in your hands. I give you peace first so you can recognize provision when it arrives. If your inner waters are storming, even my gifts can look like threats. Even doors I open can sound like traps. Even instructions I whisper can be drowned by the siren of what-ifs. Turbulence distorts vision. A frantic surface cannot reflect my face. But when I settle you, you will begin to see me in the very places you once called ordinary. You will discern the difference between a shiny bait and a true invitation. You will notice where favor is resting and where flattery is fishing. Let me tell you what still waters are not, so you stop mistaking the counterfeit for the cure. Numbing is not peace. Avoiding the bank statement, ignoring the unopened envelopes, stuffing the receipts into drawers. This is not calm. It is delay that grows interest on both numbers and fear. Doom scrolling is not peace. Hours of glow that leave your soul gray, comparisons that nibble away at your gratitude, headlines that hand the microphone to terror. These rob the quiet I am building in you. Overspending to taste a moment of "I deserve this" is not peace. It is a sugar rush that steals from tomorrow and condemns you tonight. Isolating is not peace. It is a cave where shame rehearses old scripts without challenge. Numbing brings a hush to your senses, but a hurricane to your future. It is anesthesia, not shalom. My child, I am not accusing you. I am inviting you. Come closer. Let me wash your thoughts. Let me quiet the accusations in your mind. There is a secret place where I draw you into an atmosphere that does not match the news cycle or the family group chat or the spreadsheet. In that place, I cleanse the lens through which you look at your life. I will rinse off the grit of yesterday's words that still echo like verdicts. I will untie the knots behind your ribs. I will lower the shoulders you keep wearing as armor. I will speak with a tone that is firm enough to anchor you and tender enough to heal you. This is not an escape. This is equipment. The enemy studies your rhythms, and he knows that if he can keep the waters within you turbulent, he can keep you guessing, grasping, and second-guessing until you call chaos normal and mistake adrenaline for anointing. He will borrow the lips of well-meaning people to stoke hurry. He will push you toward decisions with ticking clocks that I did not set. He will whisper, "You're behind," even when you are exactly on schedule with me. He will paint worst-case scenarios in vivid detail and blur the memory of my faithfulness. He wants your surface whipped into waves, so you cannot see the simple path I am tracing right beneath them. But hear me, I am placing my peace like a great hand upon the water of your heart, and the ripples obey me. In the throne room, I issue a decree of quiet over your inner world, a boundary that panic may not cross when you shelter under my wing. When my peace governs you, even the facts that once frightened you will line up under new meaning. You will open the statement with me sitting beside you, and instead of dread, you will feel instruction. You will hear, call them today. You will hear, negotiate terms. You will hear, wait 3 days and decline. You will hear, say yes, this is me. Provision often arrives disguised as a step, and steps are easiest to see when the surface is still. Learn how to come to the water with me. Turn down the volume, literally and spiritually. Invite me into the numbers you fear. Do not keep me outside the door while you panic in the hallway. Breathe slowly and speak my name until you feel your chest unclench. Read the promises I have woven through my word, not to perform for me, but to let truth become the shore that holds your river in place. Ask me specific questions and then be quiet long enough to hear the first inch of an answer. With me, you will practice holy attention, noticing what lifts your spirit toward courage and what drags it toward dread. This attention is how you will discern which email to answer now and which to archive, which opportunity to pursue and which to bless and release. Do not despise how gentle these waters seem. Still does not mean weak. In stillness, I do my deepest work. In stillness, I restore chemical storms in your brain. I reset the switchboards of your nervous system. I soften the reflex to catastrophe. In stillness, I draw out memories that have been puncturing your peace, and I rewrite their meaning. In stillness, I reroute your appetites so that generosity no longer feels like danger and contentment no longer feels like loss. In stillness, I strengthen your spine so that when you stand and speak a no, it will be clean, not cruel. When you speak a yes, it will be covenant, not compulsion. And yet, I will be frank with you as a father. Some of your peace has been a truce with lies, calling exhaustion grind, calling avoidance faith, calling overextension love. These ceasefires only let the enemy occupy more territory. I am ending those treaties, not because I am angry, but because I am jealous for your clarity. Love does not mean living without boundaries. Faith does not mean pretending the lake is still when your boat is taking on water. Faith means inviting me into the boat and obeying when I say, set down the bucket, adjust the sail, align with my wind. My peace will not excuse irresponsibility. It will empower stewardship without torment. Now come to the edge with me and repeat this, not as magic words, but as alignment. He leads me beside still waters. Whisper it until your breath slows. He leads me beside still waters. Say it until the old forecasters inside of you grow quiet. He leads me beside still waters. The more you declare it with me, the more the waters within you will mirror the promise. Repetition is not vain when it is covenant. Your confession becomes the rudder of your inner sea. With each repetition, the silt settles, the path appears, and my subsequent instructions, small, clear, timely, will begin to land without wrestling. My child, I am not in a hurry, and you do not have to be either. Peace before provision is not a delay, it is design. I am aligning your heart so that when the call comes, you can answer without trembling. When the invoice clears, you can steward without pride. When the promotion arrives, you can remain small under my hand even as your influence grows. Receive the leading. Stay by the water long enough to drink, to wash your face, to let me lay my hand on your head and quiet the last accusation. When you rise, you will carry the calm with you, a river inside that refuses to match the storm outside. And you will notice again and again the quiet miracle. How much easier it is to find my provision when your waters are still. My beloved child, now that your chest has loosened and the ripples have quieted under my hand, come closer to the place beneath the waterline where the deeper work waits. Hear this sentence and let it enter the room within you where you store your oldest fears. He restores my soul. Not he improves, not he rushes, not he simply manages your symptoms. He restores. I, your father, am not content to polish the surface while the foundation cracks. I am the shepherd who kneels where the break began, who gathers the scattered pieces of your inner life and brings them back under one name, mine. I see the fragmentation you live with more often than you speak of it. The exhausted decision-maker inside you who has carried 1,000 choices like stones in a backpack and wonders, what if I choose wrong again? The ashamed provider within you who stares at numbers and flinches, who hears a chorus of old accusations. You should have known better, you always mess this up. And the wounded child, smaller than the rest, who has learned to panic at the first hint of shortage, because once upon a time there was not enough and the room went cold and nobody explained why. I am speaking to all of you, my child. I am gathering all of you under my arm. Come, each of you, out of the corners and into my light. I am not here to interrogate you. I am here to restore you. You have worn many names that are not yours, names borrowed from mistakes, labels glued to you by moments, price tags hung around your neck by fear. Hear me and let my voice cut through them. You are not a failure. You are my child. You are not an extra in other people's story. You are a true heir in your Father's house. You are not the sum of invoices, balances, or a balance of opinions. You are my workmanship, and I have already signed my name over your portion. People's words have no authority to define you unless you co-sign them. Today, in the courts of heaven, I revoke the signatures you made under duress. I am restoring the title of your identity to my name alone. Restoration is not amnesia. I will not pretend your past did not happen or wipe the slate in a way that erases wisdom. I do not merely erase memories, I rewrite their meaning. The foreclosure letter you could barely hold, the overdraft alert that made your stomach drop, the week you didn't know how to feed everyone, the partnership that seemed promising but drained your peace. These will not be the tombstones in your garden. They are becoming altars where future you will kneel and say, "Here, he taught me. Here, he delivered me. Here, he closed a door that would have devoured me." I transfigure wounds into wisdom, shame into testimony. I take the sting from the memory and leave the lesson. So when abundance arrives, your heart will not crack under the weight of what it remembers. But restoration requires your cooperation. I will touch what you've avoided. My child, I love you too much to let coping patterns remain your secret saviors. Impulsive spending that tastes like relief but burns like regret. Place it on my altar. I am not shaming you. I am showing you the hole in the bucket. People-pleasing that signs you into obligations I never wrote. Bring me that reflex. I will teach your yes to be clean and your no to be holy. Secrecy that hides the numbers or the habit because exposure feels like death. Open the drawer with me. Light is not your enemy. Refusing to ask for help because pride guards the door and whispers, "They will see you as small. Kneel with me." Humility will build you taller than image ever could. These are not scoldings, they are surgeries. This is not punishment, it is protection. I am dealing with the panic behind your patterns, not just the patterns themselves. Panic is the signal that a story still runs your heart without my permission. It tells you, if you do not grab, you will lose. If you do not hide, you will be shamed. If you do not overgive, you will be abandoned. But I speak a louder story. I am your shepherd, your source, your shield. My silence never means my absence. My pace never means neglect. I am restoring the reflex, replacing the jolt with a pause, the scramble with a prayer, the grasp with a grounded yes or no. I am teaching your nervous system a new liturgy. When fear surges, you will breathe my name and feel my peace answer like a guard taking his post. I am sewing together the net behind your ribs so that when the catch of blessing comes, it will not fall through. I am sanding down the jagged edges of self-sabotage so your increase will not snag and tear. I am closing the breaches where approval leaks, where envy pries, where hurry sneaks in with counterfeit urgency. I am aligning your inner accounts. Your emotions will no longer overdraft and charge tomorrow with the interest of today's unrest. Under the shadow of my wings, the parts of you that have competed will learn to cooperate. The provider in you will partner with the child in you. Wisdom will shepherd zeal. Prudence will walk arm in arm with generosity. Integration, that is, restoration. Understand the gravity. Every blessing is also a test hidden beneath the light. Success without me is more dangerous than failure with me. Solomon did not stumble in the cave. He drifted in the palace when his heart turned from my voice. I am jealous for you to pass the test of abundance when it arrives. Therefore, I will stabilize the soul before I increase the flow. The order matters. If money comes to an unhealed identity, money will become a master. If favor lands on a fractured soul, favor will feel like a moving target you must entertain to keep. I intend to make money your servant, not your savior, a tool in your hand, not a verdict on your worth. So I restore your soul first, so your blessing will not break you when it comes. Let me touch the shame that keeps saying, if they knew, they would leave. That is a lie crafted to keep you locked away with your fear. I will lead you to safe counsel, wise, tested, unafraid of your numbers. Do not despise the humility that asks for help. It is pride that starves, not humility. I am purifying your circle. I will remove confidants who inflame your panic or celebrate your overspending or call recklessness faith. Do not rush to stitch back together ties I am untying. There are people who were permitted to write one chapter in your story, no more. I am surrounding you with those who can carry your testimony without turning it into gossip, who can ask you hard questions without crushing your spirit. You have wondered whether your sensitivity is a weakness, but I crafted that sensitivity to be a finely tuned instrument for discernment, not a violin played by fear. Under my hand, what was shaky will become steady. You will begin to sense the counterfeit not because it is loud, but because it lacks my weight. You will pause before purchases and feel my quiet counsel. Not yet, and you will obey without argument. You will feel joy when giving without the hangover of resentment. You will say yes to opportunities, not to escape shame, but because purpose recognizes my fingerprints. In this way, even while numbers still shift, you will live anchored, because I have restored the part of you that panics. Practically, I will ask you to practice honesty in small rooms. Open the account and sit with me. Let my presence be the first witness in that conversation. Write the true number. Confess the hidden subscription. Laugh a little at the schemes fear sold you, and then cancel them. Build a simple plan, not heroic, built for humans, not angels. Celebrate small obedience as if it were a miracle, because in your story, it is. This is not about perfection. This is about partnership. Each small alignment is a brick in the wall that keeps the wolf outside and your peace within. I am also untangling the covenant you made with scarcity, the inner vow that said, I will never feel this low again, no matter what it costs. That vow has cost you dearly. It has made you say yes when you should have said no, spend when you should have saved, hide when you should have reached out. I am breaking that agreement now. In the throne room, I sign an order to cut off that oath from your bloodline. In its place, I write a new decree. You are not ruled by lack or by fear of lack. You are ruled by my love, supplied by my wisdom, paced by my peace. So say it with me as a lifeline, as a gentle drum under your day. He restores my soul. Whisper it when the email pings and dread tries to leap. He restores my soul. Breathe it when you sit with the numbers and the old verdicts start their trial. He restores my soul. Speak it when you notice your hand reaching for the card to buy a feeling. He restores my soul. Repeat it until the panic has no chair left at your table. Repeat it until the child within you believes that the Father really does keep the lights on even in the night. My child, I am not hurrying this work, but I am not delaying either. This is the hour of inner repair. I am drawing out splinters, unknotting cords, rinsing out lies, replacing reflexes. And as this work takes root, you will notice something both quiet and astonishing. Opportunities that once triggered frenzy will now invite prayer. Bills that once felt like tyrants will become assignments with strategies. Increases that once inflated your ego will now expand your reach without shrinking your soul. This is the sign of true restoration. You will remain whole in both lean and plenty. Let my hand stay on you here. Do not run from the table I have set in the center of your own heart. I am feeding you peace where you used to snack on panic. I am dressing the wound beneath the bandage of competence. I am Father and Physician together, Shepherd and King, and I am restoring your soul so your blessing will not break you when it comes. Stay with me, receive what I am doing, and rise from this place with a steadiness that cannot be bought and cannot be stolen, the quiet strength of one who is no longer fragmented but found. My beloved child, restoration is never an end in itself. I heal you so I can lead you. Hear me now and take this into your bones. He leads me in right paths, not just into pleasant feelings, but into right paths. Paths are practical. Paths are steps on ground, choices made in rooms, signatures placed or withheld, conversations humbly begun, applications sent, budgets kept, training pursued, integrity guarded. I will not only comfort you, I will guide you step by step into the right decisions. You have asked me for an open door while leaving your shoes by the bed. Get up, my child, lace them. Ask me which door to knock on today, and then knock. I care about your resume and the sentence you hesitate to write. I care about the timing of your callback and the tone of your email. I care about the subscription you should cancel and the small savings you should begin. I care about whether you take the night class that will sharpen your skill or keep numbing your mind because it seems easier. I am not a vague wind. I am a shepherd with a staff and a root. I lead you in paths. Listen for my guideposts. They do not shout, but they are sure. I will speak through the peace that settles like a weight on the right choice and through the unease that will not leave when a wrong door glitters. I will speak through wise counsel that fears me and is not seduced by quick fame. I will speak through my word shaping your conscience so that honesty becomes non-negotiable and generosity becomes a delight, not a performance. I will speak through holy timing. Wait here. Move now. Write that down. Ask them today. Apologize before the sun sets. Submit the application by Friday. Do not spend beyond this line. Train for 3 months and then try again. My child, I am not trying to make your life complicated. I am making your life aligned. Hear my loving correction and do not despise it. Do not rush into shortcuts. A shortcut that detours around integrity is a snare, not a strategy. Do not sign what steals your peace. If the paper looks promising but your chest tightens every time you consider it with me, step back. Do not partner with what corrupts your spirit. If the deal requires you to shade the truth, to flatter what is false, to trample the Sabbath of your soul, to mortgage your future purpose for present applause, walk away. Your feet were made for paths of righteousness, not corridors of compromise. I am not punishing you with restraint. I am protecting you from regret. Some of the voices around you are leaky containers. They cannot hold the weight of your calling. Some relationships are leaks through which your blessing is drained. Some advice is poison dressed as wisdom. My child, when I begin to prune, do not stitch back together ties I am untying. There are people who are only permitted to write one chapter in your story. If you force a sequel, the plot spoils. When I allow distance, see it as heaven's intervention to preserve your focus and protect your peace. I am purifying your circle so that wise counsel will not be drowned out by chorus lines of flattery or fear. Look at Joseph, sold, falsely accused, placed in a prison he did not deserve. You called that a detour, I called it positioning. Inside those walls, his gift matured. His integrity was tested when no applause was in the room. The very pathway that looked like loss became the corridor to a palace appointment. Consider David, overlooked in the field, practicing faithfulness on sheep who did not clap for him. In hiddenness, he learned to aim and to sing, to strike a lion and to soothe a king. The pasture was a right path. Think of Moses, slow of speech by his own admission, a shepherd in a wilderness he once fled to, led step by step with precise instructions, staff to hand, sandals on feet, a fire by night, and a covering cloud by day. The sea did not split from the city. It opened when his toes reached the edge. My leading is often slow, but it is always precise. Hiddenness is not exclusion. It is the training ground where right paths are learned without an audience. So in your work, expect me to be detailed. I will counsel you to arrive early and leave faithfully, to do the unglamorous tasks as if I were sitting in the room, which, in truth, I am. I will nudge you to record your expenditures, not as a ritual of fear, but as an act of dominion. To tell the truth on your taxes, to return the overpayment, to confess the mistake before it becomes a scandal. I will whisper to you to prepare what you can and trust me with what you cannot. To ask for the raise when I say, and to accept a season of skill building when I ask. To mentor someone below you, because generosity multiplies your capacity. To say no to a platform that wants your face but not your values. To say yes to a small assignment that hides a large door at the end. In money matters, I will train your hands to war and your fingers to steward. Build a simple budget. Give your money names before the market names them for you. Open the drawer with hidden fees and end the quiet leaks. Create a cushion, even if it is small. Celebrate the first 100 saved as if it were 1,000,000 won, because in my eyes it is obedience, and obedience is wealth. Pay what you owe in the order I show you. Call and face what you fear. I will give you words. Practice generosity as I direct, not to impress but to align your heart with my flow. Your yes and your no will become holy when you let my peace umpire your decisions. In relationships and partnerships, alignment matters more than acceleration. Do not enter yokes that require you to shrink your conviction. Do not be seduced by glitter if it comes with strings tied around your throat. I would rather walk you down a quiet street with clean hands than sprint you through a marketplace with hidden chains. The enemy is skilled at bait, at contracts that look like help but bind like a vow. He borrows the lips of acquaintances to call recklessness faith and to label prudence fear. But you will know the difference. Under my hand, you will taste the aftertaste. If a proposal leaves you unable to pray, it is not from me. My child, there will be moments when you obey me and it seems like you lose ground. Do not panic. Obedience occasionally looks like a step back because I am aligning your feet with a path that will not collapse. What has been ordained for you? No network can manufacture it, and no slander can steal it. In the throne room, I have signed my name over your portion. When I say yes, no one can say no. When I say wait, it is because the path ahead is being cleared without your eyes seeing it yet. Do not abandon your post in the last 5 minutes before the blessing arrives. If you leave your place, the blessing will come and not find you there. This leading is for my name's sake. Hear me. My reputation as your shepherd is attached to the way I guide you. I do not lead my children into shame. If you walk the path I show and storms arise, I will vindicate you. If you choose integrity and others mock you as naive, I will crown you with outcomes they cannot explain. I am jealous over my name on your life. I will not let your obedience end in disgrace. I may lead you through narrow places. I will never lead you into a trap. I may ask you to release what seems profitable. I will never ask you to betray your soul. For my name's sake, I lead you, I cover you, I correct you, I display my faithfulness through you. Now say it with me until it becomes muscle memory. He leads me in right paths. For my work decisions, He leads me in right paths. For my contracts and commitments, He leads me in right paths. For my budget and my giving, He leads me in right paths. For my training and timing, He leads me in right paths. For my circle and my boundaries, He leads me in right paths. For my reputation and my future, He leads me in right paths for my name's sake. Walk with me like this. One clear step, then the next. Ask, listen, obey, repeat. Return to the secret place when the crossroads confuse you, and I will press my palm upon the map of your heart again. This is how financial peace grows legs and walks into your calendar. This is how purpose stops being an idea and becomes an itinerary. My child, take my hand. I will not only comfort you, I will guide you, step by step, into the right decisions, and you will look back and marvel at how straight the path truly was. My beloved child, hear me now as we step together into the next line. Your heart must learn to breathe, though you walk through the valley. Not if, but though, not forever, but through. The valley I speak of looks like reduced income and the budget pulled tight like a drum. It looks like a layoff notice with your name printed where your praise once lived. It looks like debt that has outgrown your confidence, medical bills that arrive uninvited, and too often, family needs that stack faster than your paychecks, an appliance that dies on the very week your tire gives up, an unexpected expense that feels like a thief with a key to your door. The valley is where echoing thoughts grow loud. What if this never changes? What if I am failing? What if I am alone? And the canyon walls bounce your fears back at you until you think fear is a fact. My child, look at me. The valley is a passage, not a residence, and I am with you inside it. You have wondered because the air here is thin and the path is narrow, if my silence means I have withdrawn. Do not mistake my quiet for distance. My silence never means my absence. It means I am teaching your ears to prefer my presence over constant proof. I am walking at your shoulder where the shadow falls the darkest, not shouting from a distant hill. When the nights lengthen and the numbers don't, when your heart rehearses every mistake and your chest tightens at 2 a.m., I am there. Not as an idea, not as a memory, but as a present shepherd whose hand still knows your pulse. Feel for me in the stillness, not in the noise. Call my name and sense the way fear loosens its grip. Even here, especially here, I am with you. You will fear no evil. This is not bravado. It is not flesh pretending to be strong. It is not denial of storm or debt or deadlines. It is a choice renewed each day to trust my presence more than you trust what your eyes can count. To fear no evil means you give me the loudest seat in your mind. You let my voice become the compass and the calendar. You can feel tremors in your body and still choose trust in your soul. Tears may still warm your face, but terror does not command your feet. This is how courage sounds in a valley. You whisper, "You are with me," and then you take the next honest step. Not a leap into fantasy, not a freeze into despair, but the next obedient step. Call, plan, pray, show up. Do today's portion, leave tomorrow's unknowns in my hands overnight. Now listen to the tools I carry as I walk you through the rod and the staff. My rod is for your enemies. It is a solid strike against the predator that stalks you in thought and in offer. I wield it against the condemnation that says, "This valley is your identity," against the shame that wants to carve its initials into your future, against the voice that says the only way out is to lie, to steal, to sign what will chain you. My rod knocks those fangs dull. It sets a boundary no demon can cross, no slander can push through, no jealous eye can breach. When a door slams that looked convenient, do not mourn too long. Sometimes you have heard the sound of my rod hitting a wolf you mistook for a helper. My staff is for you. With it I guide. With it I correct. With it I pull you close when your steps drift toward a ledge. The gentle curve at its end can catch your heart mid-stumble and bring it back to center. When I set limits in a valley, spending lines you shall not cross, partnerships you shall not enter, overtime you shall not give at the price of your soul. It is my staff nudging you into paths that hold, into rhythms that will not collapse you. Do not resent the tap of correction. This is not punishment, it is protection. Both rod and staff are love. Both are safety. Both are the reason you will walk out of this place with your integrity intact and your story unspoiled. Beware, my child, of the exits the enemy markets in valleys. He knows your hunger and he sets stew in your path like he did for Esau, a quick comfort that costs a birthright. He will offer loans that taste like oxygen but bind like shackles. He will suggest numbers that can be adjusted, expenses that can be forgotten, hours that can be smudged, deals that require only a small compromise no one will see. He will borrow the lips of acquaintances to call this favor and the name of faith to baptize what is merely haste. Do not trade your future for a quick relief that stains your conscience. Do not pawn your name to buy an hour of silence in your head. If it requires darkness to survive, it does not come from me. I will never guide you out of a valley by a path that makes you smaller than the image I have stamped on you. In the courts of heaven, I have set a boundary on this valley, an until written over its ridge. You do not see that date? I do. Your task is not to predict the end. Your task is to walk with me to it. Keep your pace with mine. In pressure, hurry becomes a counterfeit savior. Do not run ahead. You will outrun your peace. Do not sink down and make a home in despair. You will mistake the shadow for substance. Stand, walk, rest when I say, work when I say, ask for help when I say. Refuse the temptation to disappear into secrecy. Open your numbers in the light of my presence. Call the creditor with me listening. Write the plan at my table. Let a trusted voice sit beside you who fears me more than they fear your opinion. This is warfare by wisdom. This is how the valley loses its power. Let me name the predators I am striking with my rod. The accusation that your worth equals your wage. The lie that provision is only real if it is plentiful. The suggestion that others' timelines define yours. The whisper that says your children will inherit your fear. I break these in my name. I sign a decree over your household. Pressure will not parent your decisions. Peace will. Urgency will not drive you. Wisdom will. You will not spend to silence panic or give to purchase approval. You will steward as one who knows I am in the room. My child, under the shadow of my wings, the howling cannot devour you. It can only remind you to stand closer to me. In this valley, I will also train your hands. I will teach you to see daily bread as a miracle, not a failure of abundance. I fed an entire people with morning manna, not because I could not fill their barns in a day, but because I wanted their hearts to wake in rhythm with my reliability. Every enough that meets you each day is me renewing your trust. Say thank you aloud. Gratitude is how you keep the night from swallowing you. You will learn to celebrate small wins as covenant signs. The bill negotiated down, the roommate found, the side work that did not compromise you, the mentor who calls at the right hour, the soup that stretches, and the laughter that returns to your table. Do not despise the day of small provision. A trickle trained in righteousness becomes a river that does not drown you when it swells. And if fear still tries to stand in the pathway, remember the choice I taught you. Speak this with me, even if your voice trembles. Though I walk through this valley, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Not because the valley is gentle, but because the shepherd is present. Not because the shadows vanish instantly, but because the light within you is greater than the shade upon you. Say it again and match it to your step. Pair the words to your calendar. Though I walk, and you will walk. Through the valley, and you will go through. I will fear no evil, and you will not bow to a rumor. For you are with me, and you will find me not only ahead and behind, but here, beside you, hand upon your shoulder. My beloved child, lift your chin. This path has an end. This night has a morning. Do not set up permanent markers with names like always broke, perpetual crisis, family of lack. Do not tattoo your identity with a season. You are not the valley you are passing through. You are mine. When your emotions crash in, return to my decree. What has been ordained for you, none can stop. And what I withhold for a moment, I do to strengthen the hands that will hold it without shaking. Keep your integrity, keep your pace, keep your ears tuned to the quiet counsel that has already brought you this far. I am the shepherd who walks you in, walks you through, and walks you out. My rod will silence what hunts you. My staff will keep your steps from slipping. My presence will escort your mind back from the cliff. Take the next honest action. Ask, listen, obey, repeat. And as you move, watch how fear loses vocabulary, how panic forgets your address, how even the valley begins to echo with a different sound, the steady, holy cadence of a child who has learned to walk by presence, not by pressure. Do you feel it now, the slight widening of the path, the air easing, the courage standing up inside you? Keep going. The valley is a passage, not a residence, and I am with you inside it. Soon you will discover what I have already prepared further on the trail. But for now, hold my hand. Let my rod and my staff comfort you. Place your foot, then the next. We are moving, and nothing in this valley can hold you when I say, forward. My beloved child, now watch the path widen beneath your feet. See how, in the very place the shadows tried to frighten you, I spread a cloth and set a table. This table is not a mirage and not a trick of light. It is prepared supply, arranged by my hand in advance, assembled piece by piece while you learn to walk by presence and not by pressure. The table means stability returning where everything used to slide. It means doors opening that no resume alone could open. Unexpected help arriving like a letter you forgot to hope for. Creative opportunities that fit your design as if they had been measured against your soul. It looks like a client calling you without you chasing. A bill reduced after a humble phone call we made together. A skill you buried becoming revenue. A schedule that stops whipping you and starts serving you. Do not be surprised when provision appears in ways the environment says are impossible. I am not consulting the valley's climate before I feed you. Why here, you ask? Why in front of enemies? Because I am not only providing, I am vindicating. I am training you to eat in peace, While the eyes that once watched for your collapse must now watch me sustain you, I am teaching you to feast on my faithfulness without performing for the gallery. I do not move you to the table to turn you into a spectacle. I move you here so that panic loses authority and striving loses vocabulary. Eat slowly, breathe, taste and see that I am good, while pressure has to sit down and make room for your plate. There will be voices around this table. Envy may clear its throat. Judgments may circle. The enemy borrows lips to plant questions. Who do you think you are? Did you hustle the right people? Are you forgetting where you came from? He will try to rename favor as fraud and peace as pretense. My child, lift your eyes from the corners of the room and look at me at the head of the table. None of these whispers can cancel what I have decreed. In the throne room, I have signed my name over your portion. In the courts of heaven, the order has been entered. This table belongs to you by covenant, not by accident, and the seating chart is mine to assign. Do not waste bread arguing with mockers. Do not spill oil defending what I am willing to explain by outcomes. Silence is sometimes the loudest statement. Gratitude is often the strongest defense. Hear my warning wrapped inside this welcome. An inheritance is not only a reward, it is also a test hidden beneath the light. Solomon, hear me, did not fall in the day of hunger and lack. He fell in the day of abundance. The tables in his courts were never empty, but his heart drifted from the one who set them. Success without me is more dangerous than failure. Therefore, I will father you in prosperity, as faithfully as I comforted you in pain. I will school you in humility. When applause looks like a shortcut to identity, I will turn your ear back to the secret place. I will tutor you in generosity. When increase comes, I will ask you to open your hands as quickly as I filled them, so that money does not stick to your soul. I will establish you in boundaries. When invitations multiply, I will teach you to say yes without selling your name and no without apology when the offer warps your values. You anoint my head with oil. Hear how this meets you at the table. Oil upon a shepherded head is a sign of my care. For ancient sheep it kept the irritants away, protected the eyes and ears from swarming flies. For you, my anointing is clarity, protection, and consecration. It marks you as mine, a fragrance of belonging that both attracts and agitates. Some will be drawn to the peace upon you. Others will be pricked by it because it exposes their hunger for applause. Do not let pride touch the oil. This is not a crown you earned. It is a seal I placed. Keep it in worship. Keep it in service. Keep it in clean hands that refuse to grasp credit. Under this oil, you will make decisions that look gentle but carry weight, decisions that spare you from snares hidden under velvet. My cup runs over. Listen to me. Overflow is for assignment, not for indulgence. I am creating margin so you can bless without bleeding, invest without fear, respond to needs I highlight without collapsing your household. Your cup is not a trough for ego, not a mirror to admire your reflection. It is a channel. Keep it clean and I will keep it filled. Guard your rhythms so it stays steady. Sabbath that is non-negotiable. Morning counsel in my presence. Budgets that speak truth. Receipts that tell no lies. Generosity guided by my whisper rather than by pressure to perform. If you parade your giving to be seen, the applause of people will be your only reward, and it is thin. But if you pour quietly where I point, I will multiply in ways that build rather than bloat. Favor without striving means you will not have to elbow your way to a seat I have reserved. I am able to cause the right eyes to notice at the right time, to place your name in rooms you have never entered, to cause your work to carry a fragrance of excellence that no marketing plan can manufacture. Your part is to stay excellent without becoming anxious, to prepare like a faithful steward, to show up like one already seated at the table of my presence. to tell the truth even when a lie feels faster, to keep your promises even when no one is counting. Do not chase rooms that require you to shrink your conviction to fit the chair. I would rather keep you at a smaller table with clean hands than seat you on a stage tied up with strings you cannot see. And yes, eating in front of enemies means some of your increase will be public. With visibility comes tests. People you barely know may request access to what only covenant allows. Some will press you for discounts that dishonor the labor I have taught you to price with wisdom. Others will try to draft your yes into their haste, to co-sign what I did not sign. Learn this holy sentence and keep it near your lips. I am stewarding under the shepherd. My yes and my no are worship. You are not an ATM for every sad story. You are not a savior. You serve the Savior. You will give much, but you will give as I say, where I breathe, how I direct. Sometimes I will ask you to feed even an enemy as a witness to my kindness. Other times I will ask you to let them watch while you bless a different assignment. Do not be guilted out of peace. When increase comes, do not forget me. This is how hearts are lost in pleasant rooms. Do not become harsh with those still in the valley. Remember your own tears and carry bread back to the path. Do not become careless. Abundance does not cancel the need for guardrails. Keep the testimony intact. Do not rewrite your story to remove the nights I held you together. Keep your circle pure. Do not stitch back ties I am still untying, just to prove you are the same. You are not the same. You are being made new. Keep your gratitude loud in the secret place and quiet in the marketplace. Keep your budgets holy. Treat them like altars where you and I agree on what flows in and what flows out. Keep your giving aligned with my purposes, not with a hunger for applause. Keep tenderness as your signature. Let compassion temper your decisions so that influence does not harden you. Hear my decree over this table. I have drawn a boundary line around your portion and called it pleasant. Envy cannot cross the line I have set. Accusation cannot overturn the judgment I have rendered. Demons and the prying gaze of people may gather like spectators, but none can snatch bread from your hand while you sit with me. Angels stand at the edges like quiet sentries. You will eat in peace. You will not gulp as if the food will be taken. You will not perform as if your worth must be purchased. You will not rush as if the table will be folded at any moment. You will bless and you will be blessed, and you will walk away from the table with enough to share and enough to sleep. Now whisper this with me until it settles into your bones. You, my shepherd, set a table for me in the presence of pressure. You place oil upon my head so I remember who I am. You teach my cup to overflow in ways that are safe for my soul. Provision without panic, favor without striving. I receive the bread and I receive the boundaries. I choose humility when the chair is high. I choose generosity when the basket is full. I choose obedience when applause grows loud. My child, if you will keep speaking like this and living like this, the table I set will not become a snare. It will become a sanctuary. And from this sanctuary, financial peace will not merely visit you. It will follow you into your next season, because I am here and I am not leaving. My beloved child, now we will seal this in your heart with a holy rhythm. 7 is not a trick, not magic, not a lever to pull me closer. I am already here. 7 is a sign of fullness, a circle that closes, a week that completes its work and invites rest. As you repeat my promise, you are not twisting my arm, you are turning your heart. You are bringing your mind, your breath, your budget, and your future back into agreement with the shepherd's certainty. We will walk this path together, 7 simple rounds. In each round, you will do 5 small things with me. You will breathe and settle. You will declare what I have said. You will renounce the fear and scarcity that used to shepherd you. You will receive my peace into your body and your calendar. Then you will keep a short silence with me so the words can sink from lips to bones. Be still, receive, let go, trust me. Now, first, breathe with me. Slow the shoulders, loosen the jaw, open the hands. Say with me, you are my shepherd, I belong to you. Ownership before overflow, I place my name inside your care. I choose you again over every other guide. I resign as my own master and refuse fear as my counselor. I break agreement with the story that says I am on my own. I release the pressure to prove my worth with constant doing. I receive your nearness, your eyes on me, your hand on my shoulder. Peace come into my chest, into my thoughts, into my spending and saving. My child, be still. Let this sit. Just breathe and notice how my presence steadies you. Silence now. Feel the weight of being held. Second, breathe again. Inhale my sufficiency. Exhale the scarcity. Say this with me. Because you are my shepherd, I will not live in want. I break covenant with scarcity thinking. I reject the lie that there is never enough, that others' blessing steals mine, that deadlines are the Lord's I must serve. I renounce vows I spoke in panic. I'll always be behind. I'll never catch up. I'm cursed in money. Those sentences are not your inheritance. They are chains, and I cut them now. I welcome truthful numbers and wise limits as friends, not foes. I receive the revelation of enough as a gift, not a punishment. I receive the dignity of being provided for by your hand, not by my fear. My child, receive. Let the pressure roll off. Sit with me in a few heartbeats of quiet, and let the covenant of scarcity lose its grip. Third, settle your breath. Drop the shoulders again. Whisper with me, you make me lie down. Rest is obedience, not laziness. I consent to holy stillness. I refuse to glorify exhaustion and call it faith. I renounce the idol of adrenaline and the lie that collapsing is the only way to prove I tried. I break agreement with the rhythm that spends my soul to chase what you would give me in peace. I receive sacred margins, Sabbath that is not negotiable, evenings that are not auctioned to anxiety, mornings that begin in your counsel. I receive sleep as a declaration of trust. My child, let go. Trust me with the hours you release. Watch how I multiply the fruit of the hours you keep. We will be quiet now. Let the lesson rest inside your body. Fourth, breathe in slowly, as if the wind over still waters touches your face. Speak with me. You lead me beside quiet waters, peace before provision. I choose the pace of the shepherd over the stampede of fear. I renounce chronic urgency as my identity. Hurry will not be my savior. I break with chaos that scrambles my decisions and steals my focus. I open my senses to notice where peace rises when I consider a path, and where anxiety spikes to warn me away. I receive calm clarity to recognize provision when it arrives, so I do not mistake the counterfeit for the real. I receive the dignity to say no to opportunities that would fracture my soul, even if they look lucrative. My child, be still. Feel how peace arrives first as a person, then as a path. Hold this silence like a cup filled to the brim. Do not spill it. Fifth, a deeper breath now. Let the exhale be long. Lean into my voice. You restore my soul. You are healing the part of me that panics. I renounce the inner critic that calls me reckless and unworthy each time I make a mistake. I overturn the verdicts spoken over my finances. Careless, cursed, always late, bad with money. Those were not heaven's words. They were fear's graffiti. I receive a new name. Steward, faithful, learning, increasing in wisdom. I forgive the version of me that did not know better. I choose humility that asks for help. I receive the kind of wholeness that does not need money to prove my value or silence my shame. I declare my blessing will not break me when it comes. My healed soul will carry it safely. My child, receive. Let my love go into old memories and write a gentler meaning across them. Be quiet with me. This is deep work. Sixth, breathe, my dear one. Let your mind clear. Say with me, you lead me in right paths for my work, my money, my decisions. I renounce confusion as my compass and people-pleasing as my map. I refuse shortcuts that require shadows to survive. I will not sign what will shackle me. I will not adjust numbers to impress. I will not trade integrity for speed. I receive step-by-step instruction. Who to call, what to build, when to wait, what to learn, which expense to cut, which skill to sharpen, which partnership to accept, which door to decline. I receive wise counsel from those who fear you, not flattery from those who want access. I commit to budgets that tell the truth, receipts that match reality, generosity that is spirit-led, not guilt-driven. My child, trust me. Let me lead you one clear step at a time. Be silent now and listen in your heart. A small directive will surface like a steady light. Seventh, breathe once more. Feel how your chest no longer fights the air. The path is widening beneath your feet. Speak the full decree with me now, with the weight of completion in your voice. Though I walk through the valley, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod protects me. Your staff guides me. You prepare a table for me where pressure watches and cannot interfere. You place oil upon my head so I remember who I am. My cup is trained to overflow safely, not to flood my soul. Goodness and mercy will follow me all the days that are still to come, and I will dwell in your presence as my home. Over my finances and over my future I declare, I am shepherded, not scattered. I am guided, not guessed. I am protected, not prey. I am provided for, not performing to survive. I renounce dread dressed as wisdom, traditions of lack dressed as humility, generational fear dressed as caution. I receive a sealed promise of provision and enduring peace. I receive boundary lines around my portion that envy cannot cross. I receive courage for valleys, reverence at tables, purity and overflow. My child, stay with me here. This is the moment of finishing. Be still. Let the seventh settle the other six into place. Now listen to my heart as the completion rests upon you. In the throne room I have signed my name over your portion. In the courts of heaven the order has been entered. Peace shall shepherd you, not panic. I am placing a quiet certainty inside you that will outlast the week, outlast the bill cycle, outlast opinions. Do you feel it, that light pressure like a gentle hand between your shoulder blades? That is me saying, forward, not frantic, faithful, not sprinting, steady. I am finishing what I started in you tonight. I am also beginning anew. Return to this path with me. Each day for 7 days, walk these rounds and let them prune and plant. Morning or night, breathe, declare, renounce, receive, and be silent with me. Watch how your language changes. Less always and never, more today and enough. Watch how your choices refine, fewer reactions, more responses. Watch how anxiety comes knocking and finds no room, because peace has taken its seat. This is not performance. This is abiding. This is not superstition. This is alignment. I know the pressure that used to drive you. I know the questions that visit at dusk. I am shielding you from the subtle snare that success can weave. Remember, abundance carries tests hidden within its lights. These declarations are not only for the night of lack, they are for the day of plenty. They keep your face turned toward the shepherd when applause tries to become your new master. They keep the table a sanctuary, not a snare. They keep oil from becoming vanity and overflow from becoming idolatry. My beloved child, you have agreed with me. Now let me agree with you. I agree with your renunciations. I cancel the old scripts that chained your mind. I agree with your declarations. I amplify their sound over your house. I place angels like quiet sentries at the edges of your portion. I cover your work with favor that does not demand striving. I establish your boundaries so you may sleep. I open paths that do not require you to lose yourself to walk them. Do not rush to test this. Simply live it. Small obediences will stack into large outcomes. A phone call made with me will save what fear would have spent. A no spoken in reverence will preserve what flattery would have drained. A yes given at my whisper will plant a seed that pays you in 10 quiet ways over time. Be still, receive, let go, trust me. When the noise tries to return tomorrow, borrow a sentence from tonight and place it in your mouth. You are my shepherd, I will fear no lack. When haste tries to kidnap your schedule, answer with what you learned. Peace first, then provision. When the old shame attempts to narrate, reply with your new name. I am a faithful steward under the King's eye. When you feel the tug to please people who do not guard your soul, say our holy sentence, my yes and my no are worship. We have finished the 7th step, but we have not finished walking together. I am the same yesterday's valley, today's table, tomorrow's path. I will not leave. Goodness and mercy have already read the itinerary. They will follow you into your next season. Keep this ritual like a lamp by your bed, like a breath in your lungs, like bread that does not run out. Speak it when you are calm to encode peace. Speak it when you are shaken to recall me. Whisper it over your children, over your business, over your accounts, over your sleep. And when you do, feel again what you feel now. The steadying hand, the widening path, the quiet voice, the settled heart. My child, I have retaught your heart to follow me instead of fear. I have brought you from anxiety's edge into surrendered rest, from striving's coil into guided obedience, from threat-filled nights into protected passage, from emptiness into a table that does not steal your soul to feed your body. What I started, I am completing, and what I complete, I will sustain. Stay with me. Tonight, something has ended and something has begun. Take one more breath with me. Be still, receive, let go, trust me, and let peace, like a gentle river, run its course through everything that bears your name. My beloved child, now I seal what has been planted. You came to me with breath shortened by pressure, a mind pulled thin by numbers and narratives that shouted, not enough, a heart so tired that rest felt like failure. I drew you into quiet waters and taught you to lie down. I retrained your steps to move with my pace. I walked beside you through the valley where threats once ruled your nights. I spread a table where panic had camped. I set oil on your head and taught your cup the art of safe overflow. This is the arc we walk together, from panic to peace, from self-shepherding to surrender, from scattered choices to guided counsel, from exposed vulnerability to guarded passage, from clawing for provision to receiving prepared supply. Hear me again. The shepherd does not lead you into lack. I lead you into alignment, and in alignment, lack loses your address. So now, with the tenderness of a father and the certainty of a king, I speak a decree over your next steps. Peace will inhabit your home. It will live in the conversations at your table, temper decisions made at your desk, soften the tone you use with yourself, and quiet the spiral that used to take over at night. Wisdom will meet you at the door of each decision. You will feel the difference between pressure and peace, between a trap that sparkles and a path that steadies. Predatory opportunities will be exposed before they can touch you. Contracts with hidden hooks will be revealed in time to walk away. Urgency that tries to rent your mind will find the door barred by discernment. Stability will return to your work. Steady hands, clean numbers, simple rhythms that accumulate into holy outcomes. And grace will rest on your stewardship. Grace to plan without panic, to save without fear, to give without being emptied, to receive without pride. I draw boundary lines around your portion and call them pleasant. Within those lines, I order your finances, your habits, your calendar. I assign angels like quiet sentries to the edges of your work and your home. I place a guard at your lips so your words agree with covenant, not with crisis. I put weight in your yes and clarity in your no, so manipulation finds no purchase and flattery cannot drain you. You will not be chased into agreements by fear. You will be led by counsel into choices that endure. The subtle snares of limited time only, the disguised bondage of everyone is doing it, the counterfeit comfort of just this once. I bring these into the light. You will smell the trap before you see the bait. You will feel the tug of my staff guiding you away from the cliff and toward the pasture that fits your soul. I decree stability over your income streams, anchored by integrity, expanded by skill, overshadowed by favor that does not demand your soul as payment. Where work has felt like shifting sand, I set bedrock. Where you have lived reactive to emergencies, I plant a rhythm of foresight. Where your budgets have been battlegrounds, I turn them into altars, truthful, simple, honest places, where we agree on what flows in and what flows out. I bless your hands to create, your eyes to notice, your feet to arrive on time at the right doors, your ear to hear, my small instructions that change everything in quiet ways. Now, my child, open your heart and pray with me. I will give you the words. Make them your own and let them wash the old away. Say this with me, not as performance, but as return. Father, I repent for letting fear shepherd me. I repent for choices I made from panic rather than from your presence, for agreements I signed to silence anxiety, for words I spoke that chained my own mind to scarcity. I release control that has only exhausted me. I renounce vows I made in the dark, the inner sentences that called me cursed, careless, or always behind. I ask you to cleanse my memory of the shame attached to money and work, not by erasing my story, but by anointing it with truth. I ask for daily bread, enough for today with gratitude, wisdom for tomorrow without dread. Rule my mind with your peace. Sit at the head of my thoughts. Reorder my inner house so that fear cannot redecorate my days. Continue with me, dear one, shepherd of my soul. I surrender the pace of my life to you. Teach me to lie down when it is time to rest, to rise when it is time to build, to wait when it is time to gather wisdom, to move when it is time to act. I choose your rod and your staff, the correction that protects me and the guidance that keeps me. I invite your spirit to reign in my calendars, my budgets, my conversations, my plans. I commit to small obediences that stack into large outcomes. I choose generosity led by your whisper, not by pressure or pride. I choose gratitude that is loud in the secret place and humility that is visible in the marketplace. I declare that my identity is not for sale. My peace is not up for negotiation, and my values will not be traded for speed. Lead me in right paths for your name's sake. Amen. Hear me now as I answer your prayer. I accept your repentance. I wash the old sentences off your soul. I delight in your surrender. I place my calm at the center of your mind. I release daily bread and daily wisdom, strength in your mornings and stillness in your nights. I mark your doors with my peace. I set my name over your portion in the courts of heaven, and no accusation can overturn my decree. Goodness and mercy are not behind you like fading memories. They are following you like faithful companions into every new room. They gather the pieces you drop. They remind you who you are when the day tries to rename you. They clean the dust from your feet when the path has been long. You will sense them. Goodness arranging what you could not. Mercy repairing what you regret. They will not tire. They will not resign. As a seal of covenant, take a simple step with me now. Write these words where others can see and where your own eyes will remember. The Lord is my shepherd. Place them in the comments as a witness to your own heart and as a banner over your house. And if this word has met you, press like as a prophetic act, not to serve an algorithm, but to say with your hands what your mouth has prayed. I agree with the shepherd's leading. Let it be recorded in your day that you answered my voice with yes. Return finally to the truth that guards you. You will dwell with me, not visit on desperate nights only, not drop by the pasture and run back to the cliffs. You will dwell. Make me your home, your steady air, your first counsel, your last word. Provision flows from my presence, not from striving. Wisdom flows from my voice, not from the clamor. Protection flows from my nearness, not from perfect strategies. Live near me, and you will find that what you need comes looking for you at the proper time. Live near me, and favor will not deform you. Tables will not seduce you. Valleys will not unmake you. My child, I am sealing you in peace. I place my hand upon your head and my name upon your season. I surround your nights with quiet and your mornings with instruction. I bless your labor to produce enduring fruit, your rest to restore your joy, your giving to multiply impact without draining your soul. I decree that predatory voices will grow faint, that holy counsel will grow clear, that doors I have chosen will open gently, and doors I have not signed will shut, even if you knock. I go before you, I stand beside you, I remain behind you to gather the goodness of what you leave, and I dwell within you as the unshakable core. Go now in this peace. Sleep without the old vigil of fear. Rise without the old sprint of panic. Keep the ritual near you. Keep my words in your mouth. Goodness and mercy have already taken their places. They will follow you into your next season, as if the itinerary had been written on their hearts. Dwell with me, steward with me, walk with me. I am your shepherd. You shall not lack, and I am not leaving.